Well, hey, entrepreneurs, welcome back to our weekly live stream, Ask Me Anything, where we answer your questions live on air. This week, we had a really great question or series of questions all around Instagram stories. So today, we're going to be discussing how many times you should be posting on Instagram stories every single day. So let's go ahead and take a look at questions that came in. Danielle said, is there such a thing as too many posts to your stories when it's not related to a specific event or something? It's just your normal everyday life. And Felicia says, can you do a video on how to do multiple stories in a 24-hour period? So here's the deal. Instagram stories is up at the top of your Instagram feed. It is in those little circles, so when people tap on it, they can see these quick 15-second video or photo clips, and they can just go in a series to tell a story. Basically, stories is so that you are able to then communicate with your fans on a daily basis. You can kind of use it as a behind the scenes of your business. Now, you can use it to tell people what's going on or direct them to things that you need to know. If you've got the swipe up feature, you can send them over to other websites and things like that. But basically, stories is a real-time look at what you're doing right now inside of your business to interact with your fans or your followers, your clients, your customers, your students, or whatever. So Instagram stories is incredibly helpful, and a lot of people will sit there and click through stories or watch through stories. So if you're not using stories on a daily basis, you are doing yourself a huge disservice. This is one of those really highly engaged areas because you do have engagement features like polls so people can vote, they can answer a quiz, they can send in questions, they can do a slider vote, all sorts of things. So when it comes to this, you really need to be doing this on a daily basis because it's easy engagement. When people are engaging with your stories, it means that the algorithm knows that whatever you're putting out there is more valuable and they are more likely to show the rest of your content as well. So how many stories should you be posting per day? Well, right now with the algorithm, the way that it is, 5 to 10 stories per day is usually the sweet spot for most people. Now you can get away with more if there's a reason and if your audience is highly engaged. So let's say you are telling the behind the scenes story of something and it's going to take more than 10 slides. That's okay. You can do that. You just have to make sure it's entertaining and engaging enough for people to stick around. And pro tip, going off of Felicia's comment and Danielle's comment, you don't want to be doing them all at the same time. So let me give you a couple pro tips for leveraging Instagram stories inside of your business. When you are on Instagram stories, you want to make sure that you are posting 5 to 10 times per day. The very first thing that they should see is your face. Why is this? Well, we know in business, in anything related to business, trust is the most important thing, and seeing a face establishes more trust than seeing something else. You do not want to come in looking like you're trying to be all salesy or looking like an ad. If you're posting a really strategic photo or you are doing something that kind of potentially looks like they're trying to sell something, that's going to make people click away or click off of your stories. So you want to make sure you're doing something to engage them. So the first thing you need to do is do some type of on screen where you're speaking to them video, and then the rest can be whatever. So you can do photos. You can send your posts, your reels, your IGTVs, whatever you've created to your stories. And I do recommend that you do. It doesn't have to be right the second you post it, but at some point during the day, yeah, you're going to get more eyes on your content if you send them up to your stories. But I don't usually recommend starting with that because that's just asking people to go do extra things and take extra steps, and it's making it about you instead of making it about them. So your very first video should absolutely be you speaking to them. Say hello. Tell them what's going on that day. Tell them what they're going to be seeing. Remind them of an upcoming event. Do something where you are having that face-to-face one-on-one conversation with them. It makes it way more personal, and it means that they're going to stick around a lot longer, or at least a lot more people will stick around a lot longer because you're not being all salesy and aggressively in their face. Now, after that, you can show off photos. You can tell them behind the scenes. You can show them things. You can even treat it almost like a mini vlog. So if you want to do B-roll of your day and really show them what you're doing inside of your business, do it. And I do recommend you space these out. Now, as you're recording video, you will probably find out that most of the things that you were going to say throughout the course of the day will not be condensed to a little 15-second clip that goes inside of your story. So it's okay if it takes up more than 1 or 2. If you've got a conversation happening and it goes to even maybe 3, maybe 4 clips, that's totally fine. I do not recommend going over that because that's a very long conversation to be having inside of stories. People don't want to spend a ton of time in your stories. They just want to know what's going on. So give them the quick highlight reel and then get out. If you have multiple things to say, space it out. I would definitely recommend spacing out your stories by about an hour each if you are going to be doing multiple things, and I highly recommend you do throughout the course of the day. Why? Because stories is always up at the very top of Instagram. It is the very first thing that people see. So if you post something first thing in the morning, they watch it, and then you don't post anything else until the next morning, that's a bunch of wasted opportunities. If you, however, jump on first thing in the morning, let's say 8 a.m., you're jumping in and you're saying good morning to everyone, you're telling them what's going on that day, and then you wait until 9:30 and you are going to be posting what you're actually working on. So you are showing them the thing you said you were going to be doing. That bumps you up to the top of their Instagram again. So every time you post something on your stories, you get bumped up to the top of Instagram. That is way more eyes on your content. So you want to make sure that as you are posting on Instagram stories, you're spacing it out throughout the day. Take them through your day. Give them the story of what you're working on that day. And then also throw in things like the stuff that you're posting on your main account or reminding them to show up for something. If you've got an event on another social media platform, put a countdown so that they don't forget it. That's engagement and interaction and something they can set so they don't forget to go to Clubhouse or YouTube or TikTok or wherever. So you want to make sure you are leveraging this throughout the course of the day. If you can create content and then put it out every couple of hours or every hour, that's just going to keep bumping you up and makes you see more and more and more. I do recommend that you are using hashtags inside of your Instagram stories. Put about 3 to 5 in. I wouldn't do more than 5. You can do more, but I don't recommend it. So shrink those down so nobody can see them and just hide them off to the side of your page. They don't need to know that there's hashtags there, but that does get you in the Discover feature over in that Explore tab. So every little bit helps. You want to make sure that you are posting regularly to stories. And if nothing else, 5 to 10 per day is going to be incredibly helpful for your growth. And if you have enough to be engaging, not just to waste people's time, but to be engaging, you can post more. You can absolutely post more, especially if you're guiding them through the process of something you're doing in your business that's going to help them to either better understand you, to make a decision to work with you, or to help in their lives. It's going to be incredibly helpful. Or if you have a highly dedicated group of people, they are going to want to know what you're doing during the day. They just like to follow your life. So give them interesting things and show them behind the scenes. Truly treat this like a vlog and do a bunch of B-roll. If you are creating lunch, show that you're creating lunch and you're taking a break in between your business and then relate it back to your business somehow. You can show your personal life, just connect it to your business and to the lives of your followers and the people who are going to be spending time with you. So ideally, you want to be posting 5 to 10 stories per day. And if you can do more, that's great. I do recommend spacing them out by a little bit so that it continually bumps you to the top of Instagram throughout the course of the day. And if people come in late to the game, that's fine. They just have a little bit more to watch and they can decide if they're going to or not. They do have the ability to click through. And if you are on a business account, you can see the analytics of how many people have clicked through or clicked off of to know what is working and what is not working. So check your analytics, pay attention to what your fans like to see. You will know this by how many times they're clicking through or clicking away. And do the stuff where they're actually staying and watching it. Lean into video. Video is going to be incredibly helpful, showing your face and speaking to camera, but keep it short, keep it snappy, keep it relevant to them, and don't just show things for the sake of showing things. Make sure that you are sending your content that you are putting on your main feed to your stories. And bonus pro tip here, it doesn't even have to be the things you posted today. Maybe you had a really good post from like a month ago that people should be seeing, your new fans should be seeing. Show it. Show your Instagram guides. Show your highlights. Show all the things into your Instagram stories. We've got lots of videos on how to do all these things here on the YouTube page. So hit the subscribe and notification bell because we are breaking down everything you need to know about stories. We've got tutorials on how to do stories, how to create stories. We've got what you should be putting there, how frequently you should be posting, all the good things to get your Instagram stories working for you in the easiest way possible. If you've got questions on how to use Instagram stories inside of your business, please go ahead and drop those down below. And if you've got questions on any of the social media platforms, I am saving each and every one of those. I'll answer them in the comments, but I will also save them to do one of these live stream Q&As for you or over in our community tab where I'm answering questions on the daily for you. So come check it out. I will get all those questions answered to help you create more profit inside of your business through your smart social media marketing. Danielle, Felicia, and everyone who sent in great questions about how to leverage Instagram stories this week. Thank you so much for your questions and your input. I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I can't wait to see what you are going to be doing inside of your Instagram stories. Shoot me a DM next time you post your stories, and I will come check it out and leave a little love, interact with your engagement tools, your polls, your questions, your quizzes. I will send you in questions. I will do all the things to help support you. So go ahead and let me know the next time you post an Instagram story because I would love to see what you're working on right now. And we'll get the rest of your questions answered in our upcoming episodes. Until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Stay inspired and come hang out over at kmrobinson.com for more behind the scenes on how you can be leveraging Instagram stories to grow your business. I'll see you there.